Hello. What's up, everyone? Let's get the agenda down for the day. Thanks, Ramon. I love the support. Thank you. What day is it? Wednesday? Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday, isn't it? I feel like this month went by really fast, even though the week is going slowly. Happy Tuesday! Morning. Morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Is Gherkin here? I said something really dumb and I've been losing sleep over it. Gherkin is in, I believe, Germany. And I said something along the lines of, whoa, you're up early. Even though Germany is about 6 hours ahead of where I am. So it was actually the afternoon, probably. So some day trade picks, guest, question mark, question mark. I haven't heard from producer AB, so I'm not sure if we have a guest. If we don't, that's totally fine. We don't have to have a guest every day. Hey guys, everyone that's in here, please hit the like. Please hit the like. The more likes we get, the more lunches producer AB gets. He appreciates it. I think we might do quesadillas today for producer AB. Make the oil stocks go higher. Yeah, it's probably about 2 p.m. Yeah, exactly. About 2 p.m. in Germany. That was extra dumb because a good friend of mine that I talk to several times a week is in Berlin. All right, guess question mark, question mark, question mark, and then whatever chat wants after that. This is our agenda. It does not deviate much from what we normally do at all. But that's okay. We like a little consistency. We like a morning routine. We can spice it up. Hunter asks, Neil, do you like Ethereum long-term? Yes. Yes. Ethereum has always had a good case because it's not just a currency for speculation. It's a platform for technology development. Anything that creates a platform for other things to be built upon, I'm generally bullish on, unless it's something completely stupid. But Ethereum has gotten a real shot in the arm lately. I mean, even though you might think of it like Beanie Babies, but the NFT craze right now is just the latest iteration of a solid business case for Ethereum. There are businesses that are achieving multi-million-dollar valuations right now purely based on building cool stuff on the blockchain using Ethereum. But that raises the question, right, with Ethereum. If the currency is constantly fluctuating, if it's volatile, does it work? That's a question I don't really have the answer to. I would expect that we're looking for some type of what's the word I'm looking for? A dampening of that volatility to make it more useful. But also, I mean, that adds a lot of fun. So, I mean, if you sell something on the blockchain, or you hold something on the blockchain, for example, you bought something on the blockchain using Ethereum, the person that you paid is going to get increasing returns over that sale. So it's an interesting concept. It's not totally unlike just fiat currency, but fiat currency is a lot slower. Not going to get too in depth on that because I'm not an expert. I know a lot of smart people who are, though. Okay, so we've got the agenda for the day. Let me get my chill background going. I was asked, is my person here? Someone asked me on Twitter to look at Ford today. So if you're here, give me a shout out to let me know to start on it. Otherwise, I'm just going to look at some other picks. Hey, Miles. Oh, today our guest is Anka Metcalf. Nice. Shout out to smash that like for producer AB, getting us a guest every single day. Absolute insanity. Looking at Solar Edge, Hunter. KMPH, Solar Edge, usual suspects. All right, producer AB, check with Spencer. Make sure everything's all right. If I need to do something different right now, I will. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going. I think I'm getting in trouble for starting the stream at its time. Did I take any college courses to learn about stocks and technical analysis? No. In graduate school, I took a few finance courses where you had to incorporate some elements, but no, not for personal trading and investing at all. All right, so let's jump into the pick. This is what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at Groupon, guys. Groupon has had a period of a downward trend, and then it's bottomed out severely, but has established some sloping support here. Real nice. So if we use this aggressive line, something like this, we can see it kind of accelerated. It found support around here, which actually is the meat of this. So let me turn off my moving averages. So it found support right about at the meat of this middle of what you might call a double bottom. Got a little rejected on the breakout on the double bottom, came back down, came back up to resistance, and then filled this gap very nicely. Following the gap fill, I'm going fast because I have other things I want to get to. Let me know if you want me to slow down. I'm just telling you why I like Groupon right now. Meat of this. The meat here. I actually was in another stream on Benzinga and I saw someone say the meat of the price action or something like that. Y'all got that from me. So here you go. This one, Groupon has been thrown out, but this is kind of like a reopening play, right? But maybe hedged against itself. I think it's mostly, when you're thinking of Groupon, it's mostly like restaurants and travel packages. And like stuff that you would see on, like, remember that show Blind Date? We'd be like, "Hi, I'm Neil, and I'm about to take Jessica on an exciting date at a crocodile petting zoo. I think it's going to be a great way for us to get to know each other." And they always go on like these wacky dates that no one would actually do, but it's entertaining for the show. That's kind of what I think of when I think of Groupon. So at any rate, we've got a high tight flag on Groupon, guys. We closed this gap and it formed a high tight flag. So the couple things that you have going on is we want to see a break above this support just in general, just to resolve this reserve or to continue the resolution of this reversal that we have. Downward trend, sideways with increasing support. And then we're looking to break above this level and have a firmly established upward trend. But this is a high tight flag. Really nice. It's a massive candles closing this massive gap, which is like, I wish I had a screener that could just... I wonder if I can build this in Benzinga Pro to make it easier. Like the gap was a happy discovery, but I wish I could find stuff that had massive gaps down that were recently filled and then not sold off. I may have to check with Ryan Fluna on a way to do that in Benzinga Pro. But at any rate, this fulfills all of the criteria of a high type flag, which I think I have. What is this crap? Walt Disney World. Stop! All right. Yeah. So if you guys want this little breakdown of the criteria for a high type flag, smash the like first, and then go over to my Twitter. Oh, hey, Isaac. Yeah, I'll do forward right after this. Man, it's already 9:20. Insane. So what am I doing? I'm going to draw a rectangle on this at our support lines, and I'm going to go up to our high points. And I'm just looking for a break above 64.90 for some serious growth. Whoops, I could actually do this kind of like from the resistance line, because in weeks, this is a short period of time, a super short period of time. So with my ruler, yeah, about 104% from this resistance, which is in the meat of the move. Then we're looking for, I'm going to be conservative with this one. Actually, you know what? I think you can do it right here. You can do it right here because this pretty much lines up. So I'm going to use the little wick of this candle as the start of my trend. Although I could conceivably do it this way, starting here. But I want to be conservative with this. I want to get out before this hardcore, like technical by the books price target. So I'm going to get my handy dandy line tool, draw it at the little base there, bring it up to the tippy top. We're on the weekly right now. That's why it looks different. Now we're switching back to daily. Oh, man. Yeah. I think you could do it like this. That's fine. Then add that to the top. And set our price target at 98. So with Groupon, I would do the same thing with this. I might do this today. When I see a breakout, when I see a close above this resistance line that doesn't get rejected, because NMM got rejected a couple times. If you look at it, see how I got rejected once, but then it came out and now it's on a good move. Want to see a close here. I'll probably, if they're not too expensive, I haven't looked yet, I would get a leap. So that's an option. I would get an in the money options contract that is expiring like at least a year from today. That's one way, because you don't know how long it's going to take for these to resolve. Like NMM is, it's not super fast, but it's chugging. So at any rate, here's Groupon, nice price target. Common stock and options both work here. Okay, so that's the pick of the day. That's the pick of the day. I want to look at it on the 10-minute really quick. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to waste time on that. I want to get to Ford because Isaac wants to look at Ford. Isaac, can you let me know what time frame you want to look at? Just a reminder, guys, that always if you're dropping a stock for me to look at, please give me the time frame so I can know how you're thinking about it. Like, do you want like a 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart? Do you want a day chart, weekly, whatever? Helps me understand what you're thinking. So just a reminder, while we're waiting for Isaac to get back to me, smash that like, guys. That helps us a lot to keep this thing growing so we can keep doing it. And there's a little coupon for Benzinga Pro there on the bottom. No, I don't use Thinkorswim. I'm actually looking to try a new brokerage. I got a text last night from Andy Cole, and he just said like 2 words, trade station. So I might try them out. Ford and GM daily. Okay, so I'm just going to do daily. That's like probably the most likely case. So looking at Ford previously, we had something, this looks similar to Groupon, right? Really similar to what we just saw, which is it bottomed out and it had this nice slope up. And it's right now, this is where Groupon is. It's at this consolidation area. That lines up nice. This pivot point lines up well with this resistance. So that's now a strong level of support. And then we had this price movement up, which I already marked this, but this is a cup and handle. It's a cup and handle. When you get movement that's, without getting like super detailed into the like William O'Neill, like you must meet this criteria of ratios and percentages and durations to have a cup and handle. Basically, I'm looking for a cup and handle when I see a trend up and then I see a scoop. Sometimes it'll continue up, but usually what it's going to do is scoop and then hit resistance from this pivot point. Hopefully you can see that. this pivot point, and then it's going to get rejected a little bit before it goes back up if it's got a trend. So that's what happened here. We hit this pivot point, which is our resistance. We came back down, and then we broke through. Real nice. So my take on this is that, whoops, ignore the text. That's just our agenda for the day, which I'm trying to blow through because it's already 9:26. I'm going to switch to a monthly on forward. My stupid drawings. You can see that we're breaking through at like a super important level. Why is it an important level? Because we've hit it a bunch of times and have not broken through. So this purple line is where we got rejected in 2011 for a 52-week high. We got rejected again on September 3rd, 2013, rejected twice in 2014, mid 2014, but we've broken through here in the first couple months of 2021. So strong support, meaning very meaningful support at about $12.80. And what that means, Isaac, in my opinion, is that you want to hold above 1280 for this to start looking like a quality long, right? We want to get some time behind us, maybe establish new levels of support, get some little stair step in action that's going to establish new support levels to let us know that we are firmly above 1280 and we are firmly in a new bullish regime, where previously we were on a bearish, long-term bearish trend here. But boy, what a beast. So that's my take on that. Hopefully that helps, Isaac. All right, so I got a couple. Let's I don't want to do, we're skipping the intro because I want to get ready for the open. You'll be able to scan for short interest, which is the necessary ingredient for a short squeeze on Benzinga Pro very shortly. We have everything we need. We just need to implement it and go live with it. All right, thanks, Isaac. Just watch that 1280 level. Ford's looking good. Hot Stocks Luke is all over it. Ford is the first stock I ever bought, actually. Because I live in Michigan, and that's like the only company I know of. Like all of my friends' dads worked at car factories. So the stocks I want to look at, I'm gonna switch to 10-minute and get ready for this morning day trade. It's 9:28 Eastern. So I'm switching to the 10, and I want to blow through the stocks that I'm watching right now. Damn paintbrush, and find one that is going to be a good setup. I'm going to tell you right now, Futu is looking really strong. Why? Massive gap up. And then I'm using the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA crossing as an entry signal. And so we have that entry in the pre-market. So I like that big gap up on Futu. It's a little bit above this resistance level with the close of the body of this candle. So we might hit some resistance. But looking at this thing longer term, looks familiar, right? Like so many stocks look like this right now. We bottomed out. We're trading sideways for a little bit, and we might just get a full breakout following this gap. So watching this one for a call option potential. I got 1 minute here. That's Futu, FUTO. Looking at Fubo really quick. FUBO. Where did that one go? I'm just going to type it. Similar case, we've got a gap up in the pre, and we already crossed yesterday. So we're just maintaining the separation of the fast line, which is our 8 EMA above our blue 21 EMA. So this is looking like a call option too. Is that making sense for everyone? And then if you guys were watching my Twitter, I did a relative strength chart just to show that like tech. Oh, hey, ding, 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 the bell. The market is open. The pan. I didn't get the pan. I forgot it. All right, so let's take a look. Fubo, what are you or I want to look at Futu. That's the one I'm most bullish on right now. FUTU. Looks like we're getting a down candle. But I'm going to go ahead and just enter a position on this. So FUTU. I'm dumb and I didn't have my options chain open to see what the prices and open interest look like. So let's just take a little look here. FUTU, kind of expensive to be honest for the Friday expiration. Yeah, totally expensive. Screw that. Screw that. I'm out. I'm out on that. So we're looking at Fubo. They're like $1,000. I'm not doing that. Fubo TV. Got that massive down candle. That might have cheapened the stock, so or the options contract. So let's look at FUBO. For an in the money call, it's $1.91, so that's 191, but it's shifting up to about 165. So I wonder if we're going to sell off, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's go ahead and give it a try. What do you think, guys? Fubu. In the money, 34, 165 expiring Friday. I'm going to grab 2. So that's $165 times 2 that I have in on FUBO right now. And the order, let's see if the order's been filled yet. Boom, order filled. This is my generic brokerage that I use. So you can see right now my return is negative 0.6. So let's see how that goes. We're watching Fubo. We want that to keep moving up. The candle looks ugly though, I will admit. So I might exit that very quick. All right, Futu. Yeah, that's too much. I'm not gonna do that, especially because the candle's coming out ugly. All right, let's look at XOM, ExxonMobil. I was thinking about doing a put here, but this candle is making me think otherwise. Yeah, it's looking like it's holding at this like previous support level. Roblox open today. I haven't looked at that like at all. I usually don't look at stocks when they're super new. Oh, ARK is looking good. Let's give it a try, guys. Let's give it a try. Let's see if we're gonna get a more of a let's try to make money off this obvious bull trap. ARKK. We can see that the red line is above the blue. We're moving up on the 10-minute chart. Checking the options. Options expiring this Friday are $365 for in the money. In the money at 130. We'll go ahead and just grab one. The strike on Fubu is the first in the money. So it's basically it's like current price without the change. Yep, smash the like if you like the live trading thing. Let's go look at DraftKings. How about that? DraftKings. DraftKings. Oof. So I want to see that. Yeah, look at this. This has happened a lot with these pre-market crosses. We're getting these red candles coming straight down. No layups. Oddly enough, ARK is looking like a layup so far. We shall see. We got 6 minutes left on the 10-minute candle. Right, let's do a quick comparison. Let's just do ARKK versus XLE. Let's just see how Kathy Wood is doing against energy. And she's doing well. She's doing well. On the 10-minute chart, it's looking like ARK could break above this level, which would mean that we're in a bullish at least for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days. We would be entering a nice little bullish breakout away from energy, which has been running the show lately. So it's just a quick comparison of ARK, the ARKK ETF, versus XLE, which is the energy ETF, which is basically just oil. My strike on Fubo, I'll tell you my exact strike. And I'm down on Fubo, so I'm not liking that. I'm going to exit Fubo in a second. My strike is 34. 34. So let's get Fubo back up. Not liking this red candle. Gonna not use RSI here. Gonna just look at here. Let's move this one. The MACD is maintaining a bullish position, and the fast line is still above the slow line. We shall see. It looks like this candle's tightening up. Yeah, it's tightening up quite a bit. So we've got 4.5 minutes left on the 10-minute candle. So let's see what the next one looks like. This one's starting to get bullish for us. Starting to get bullish. Yeah, I'm gonna let it run out. I know, Hunter. Thank you. See, this is why it's great to have other people with you. So I've got Fubo at the $34 strike with the Friday expiration this Friday. And I had an impulsive moment where I said, I'm going to exit because it's down. And then Hunter, he grabbed me by the shoulder, like dare I say like a father figure? Can we say that, Hunter? And he said, son, let Fubo run out. And we are. Now I'm up 7%. So thank you, Hunter. All right, let's check back on DraftKings. I'm just interested. Yeah, DraftKings, what the heck? It looks like we're going to continue this little bearish thing we got going here. Veil. Might be able to get a good deal on these veils. Let's take a look. I do want to pile into Fubo if it continues, though. Let's go ahead and do 2 charts here. I'm going to split my charts. Everything's 10-minute. I'm going to switch this one to Veil. Yes, they look different. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to change the settings for... Oh, actually, I do know how to change the settings. Let me see if I can do this. There's a way to, like, move scale to left settings. Is it... I see. Okay, so it's this, and then apply to all. There we go. So now they're both Veil. This should be Fubo. Veil's looking good. Veil's mining, I think. Pretty sure. Production and export iron ore. Yeah, so this is our commodities play. Our non-precious metals. Which are outperforming precious, I believe. Okay, so let's look at the Veil options. In the money, Veil options are cheap. $17 call, $17 strike price is $65. I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 of those. Expiring March 19th, which is this Friday. Oh, is it pronounced valet? Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of like the ski resort. It's pronounced valet. Thank you for correcting me on that. What looks like it's about to blow a valet. CLSK, so suggestion from James. Let's take a look. Thank you, Jeff. CLSK. Yeah, so here's what I have to say about this. I want to see the cross, and I'm not really aware of the overarching pattern. Yeah, it's hitting the support once again at the meat of this little spike here, this swing high. So it's hitting the support right about here, which is where the actual consolidation was. All right, so I'm going to switch back to... Oh! And out of curiosity, so we're still in the valet. Let's let that thing run. Let's take a look at... Futu. Oh! Oh, yeah, but Futu was like way too much. It was like $10. No way. You want me to look at BFT? Wait, I just did a foreign market. BFT. Oh wow, this one's been on a really nice run. Really nice. Do you want me to look at it from a swing trading perspective? Guys, remember, when you give me a ticker to look at, let me know if you want 10-minute or if you want day. Let me know what increment you're looking at. Or even if you just want to say swing trade or day trade, let me know. I determine if the options are cheap. Here, I'll show you. This is the Vale options. This is Robinhood. This is designed for very beginner traders. So this is like a really simplified version of what you might see on your brokerage. But the options contract price is right here. So I can see that for every options contract, you're multiplying this number by 100. So you're basically moving your decimal point 2 spaces to the right. Let me zoom in. So to me, this is cheap because it's under $100. Like I like to like options contracts like 300 and less. I think are like kind of cheap. So this is super cheap because it's $65 per contract. But then if we look at what was the one we were looking at, was it Futu? If we look at Futu, go to the options. They're much more expensive. Move it 2 places to the right, it's about $930 per contract. And if that moves really quick on me, I don't want to lose that much money. That's not the size of trade I'm looking to make right now. Okay, we can look at Apple for options. I mean, tech is having. I think it's a bull trap, but like we can take advantage of it. So Apple's looking kind of sweet. How much are Apple options? Probably pretty cheap right now because it's been taking such a whooping. Yeah, 196 for in the money. I'm doing what you shouldn't be doing, which is buying options and a bunch of. I'm like buying too many options contracts right now. But I'm still just kind of learning, so I'm messing around. I got a little bit of extra cash on this account, just kind of messing around on it. So right now, let's just take a look at our current performance. I'm down $26 on Fubo, and I'm up on Vale. So let's look at Fubo here. And I just ordered one Apple call, but it hasn't been filled yet. So sometimes when you, especially with options, they have far fewer buyers and sellers than just regular stocks or common stocks, as you would call them. Fubo, damn you. So because there are far fewer buyers and sellers, they're less liquid. So sometimes you have to wait for your order to get filled. Pete Rosenberg, why aren't you setting up stops and sell points when you buy? Because I'm using Robinhood and it's a pain in the butt to set up stop losses on them. So I need a better brokerage that allows me to do that more efficiently. Also, with this like trading method, I'm really watching is for a cross of the red line up through the blue line, and then selling at a cross of the red line down through the blue line. Just testing it out. So I'm really letting the market tell me. This is not really based on patterns, but it can be reinforced. So Fubo, we've got this little double bottom, which I think can be resolved. So let's draw a rectangle here on Fubo. So since we had this nice breakout, we broke out above a key level, but then we broke back down, which is not nice. This level is based on a broader reversal pattern. But you can set a sort of short-term price target of about $36. Yes, I know. I'm gonna try TradeStation. Vale has earnings on 4/26. I don't know. It depends on if this. So Pam asks if it makes sense to buy more time, which means probably if you're getting a contract, getting a further out expiration date. I'm thinking that we want to make sure that this cycle that we're in continues. And I don't know how long it will continue. The cycle being that these metals and the companies that support them are outperforming tech, basically. So if you would project that strength that relative strength is going to continue out 6 months. Not 6 months. What did you say? Like, did you say June or July or something? Oh, this is like just one. Yeah, Pam's 426 expiration or 426 earnings. Yeah, I think that just based on how long it's taken us to get where we are, that the metals and commodities will continue to outperform tech into April. All right, I'm cutting a loser here. Good call on Apple. Apple's working. I'm dropping the fubo call. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should I drop fubo, or should I hold on? The reason that I don't like it is because it's down and it broke down past this resistance level. And it has a bearish. Yeah, that thing's gone. And then I'll get back in if I decide to. No problem. So fubo, I have 2 contracts. I'm dropping both of them. Selling to close 2 fubo contracts. Yep, Souza. Good advice. Dump it. Look for a better trade. Vale. Holding up. Did my options... I feel like my order didn't get filled on that. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. Got filled. We're looking strong on Vale. Very nice. So we'll keep that one open. Apple's looking good. Futu is just a beast for the day, but too expensive. Of the Ichimoku indicator, I don't know enough about it to tell you what I think about it. Sundial on a swing basis. Hunter. Whatever. All right, so I'm going to go to weeks first. Do I have logarithmic scaling on? Yeah, good. I want that. So we're looking at weekly charts on Sundial here on the right. So we've got this pivot up before we have this rounding bottom. Which is forming, I mean, you can kind of already tell. The argument can be made that this is a cup, but usually a cup is a continuation of an upward trend. So it's really not. The same rules don't apply. This is just a rounding bottom following a downward trend on Sundial. We broke up above this pivot point, and actually it looks like we hit, yeah, so that's another resistance level because we didn't get much higher than this previous pivot, which is another little cup right here, or little saucer. This is the weekly chart. So let's draw our lines. Yep. And now we'll go back to daily. So on the daily, you can see that the fast line here on the MACD is getting, it has crossed the slow line, which is a buy signal, but it's just one buy signal. A next buy signal would be a close above $1.65 for that swing. And then for setting a price target, conservative price target, I mean, a very conservative price target on this, I think you can safely say rounding bottom. Guys, if you know a really damn good allergy medication for people that have just severe nasal congestion, drop it in chat. Your boy needs it real bad. I am dying. I'm so happy that spring is upon us, but my nose is just not having it. and it sucks. And I hate like breathing into the microphone. It's so embarrassing. All right, so yeah, so I would say conservative price target based on the recent swing low here would be about $2.30. So there you go on that. With your stop loss, of course, you could do your stop loss in a couple ways. The number one way would be to like 6 to 8% below $1.62, or like below the breakout candle, the breakout level, which is like a little bit more up like that. So like about below 6.85 or 1.65. So we take our ruler, we go down. You can set your stop like right about there, 155. That's the percentage based approach. I would also just look at something like this as like a support level, and just say the body of this candle lines up with the body of this candle. I'm sure that shows up as a meaningful price level in the past. That's just how it works, and it does. It's where these wicks top out. So you could also set it, if you want to leave a little bit more room, set it at like 155. But again, that's following a close above this breakout resistance. The longer term, more aggressive target, and I want to get back to these day trades in a second, or options at any rate. The more aggressive price target could be based on this rounding bottom, which would be a full reversal of the downward trend that the stock has been in. So longer term perspective than most people that are looking at Sundial have. So we would take our line, we would go to the absolute low of this rounding bottom and bring it up to this resistance level. You can see that this is where we pivoted up right before the big plunge into this territory that we're in right here. And we have broken above these resistance levels. So this is where I'm looking for a breakout at. And a breakout from, whoa, whoa, it's because it's logarithmic. Hold on. That's confusing. So my pricing scales were just logarithmic, so I can see more action on the screen at a time. Doesn't change anything. It just changes the way that the charts appear. So your aggressive price target right now is just normal spacing for the price levels. Your more aggressive target is going to be $3.16. So definitely, with this one's been very highly. It's got a lot of people watching it, a lot of eyes on it. Very popular stock. Valet. Check on Fubo. Fubo is looking ugly as hell. I want to do this. There we go. But yeah, your aggressive price target would be here, about $3.16. But again, you want to see a close above this resistance level at 166. Oh, really? Souza says just use saline solution and water for my nose. Use it in the shower. Okay. So yeah, my order to sell Fubo didn't get filled, so I'm getting kind of screwed by Robinhood right now. Is what it is. The Apple call's looking good. Let's check on the Apple. Not like a lot of strong volatility that I want to see right now. I wonder how high Apple can get today. For the day's range, the highest it got was 126. I'm going to go ahead and just add to that. I'm just going to add one more contract. I need a nutty pot. I know. I'm using Claritin at night. Nose sprays are the only things that work for me. I always end up using the nose spray that like instantly clears your nose. But if you use it more than 3 times, your nose is broken forever. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know. But every time I mention it to people, they're like, "Oh, be careful with that stuff." Yeah, Pam, we're mostly looking at 10-minute candles. Abraxas, this is not investment advice. This is just purely for entertainment and education. Right now, I'm trading Apple calls expiring Friday. I've got about 397 bucks in. Neil, look at the Apple 2630 is the trend line off the top. All right. You're saying 126.30, which I'm assuming was a previous pivot point of resistance. Am I reading you right? Yeah, I'm trying not to get addicted to fucking no spray. 126.30 seems to be an important level. Yeah. So here, let's just draw one of our handy dandy lines. Be conservative and do 31. The lines are so thick it doesn't matter anyways. Just so you guys can see it. Yeah, it looks like we broke above it, but the body, we broke above it briefly, but the body of the candle is sticking there. Oh, hey, look at that. We're at 126.36 currently. Hey, Vicus. Neti pots suck and are cumbersome. Essential oil of eucalyptus drops in the shower. Yeah, we're looking at 126. We're looking pretty good. Yeah, all right. I think I have a deviated septum, guys. I think I gotta get nose surgery. I'm not kidding. All right. What other stocks are we looking at? What's moving? Futu is moving so much. Is that it for the day, though? This is Futu on the 10-minute chart. I don't know. Ulyss, sorry for any confusion or inconvenience. If you have any issues with Benzinga, please go to support. Don't use this show as a place to file complaints. If you keep doing that, I'll have to put you in timeout. I've done ARK. I've gone to an allergist. and so like they do the little test to tell you what you're allergic to. It's like, are you allergic to everything, different types of animals, different materials and stuff, and they rate everything out of 4. Your boy scored a 4. Perfect 4. 4.0 on every single thing on there. I got camels, I got latex, with your melons, with various bananas, you name it. You name it. You ever see that? You ever heard of that? So I don't know my audience. Like I kind of define it. I define you guys as boom millennials. Because I'm pretty sure that you guys are like kind of around my age, but I think the bell curve is maybe like mid 30s. I'm 31. So I'm sure that you guys might get this reference, which is The Boy in the Bubble, that John Travolta movie. Young Scientology on the scene. He's got to live his life in this bubble, and everyone just comes and stares at him. This is how I feel, guys. This is Neil. His hair even looks like mine. He's kind of scrawny though. Okay. So I know I'm just trying to cover a large range, Joel. Monex, boom Monex. We got our boomers, millennials, and our Gen X here. All right, grunge. Why didn't I think they did redo it with Jake Gyllenhaal? Can you check on that for me? I need confirmation. Did Jake Gyllenhaal remake Boy in the Bubble? I'm gonna need a check on that. Yeah, my aim is to retire by at least 89. Apple Call doing us all right. Apple Call is up 27%. So let's pull that back up, huh? I want to make sure my other position got closed. Okay, so right now, Valet is still open. Oops. That's Groupon. So some of you guys are late. Groupon is the pick of the day for a high tight flag. Swing trade. All right, Valet on the 10-minute chart, please. Is it Valet or Vali? And then over here, we're going to get AAPL, Alpha Alpha, Papa Lima. Wrong. Shout out to who? Name yourself. Whoever dropped this, I forgot who it was. Whoever dropped Apple on here. I'm going to send you a fruit basket. I'm down a little bit on the K to trade, which is a previous one, is cup and handle. How much are we down overall on it? Total return down $2 though. Just down on the day. I'm just down. I lost some gains. Apple snack. Fergalicious trade. Absolutely. See, I'm trying to bounce around generations here. That's Black Eyed Peas for you guys. Song of my generation, actually. I would say Fergalicious. You got the Thong Song, and then you got Fergalicious. Pretty much covers the spirit of my generation. Who wants to get shorted right now? Are we shorting Ford? Probably should have. But it's hitting this nice resistance, so we'll probably get a bounce. Okay, so Valet. I think that's what that inverted comma means. Oh, it's an acronym? Thank you, Jason. Well, Wu-Tang and Pantera. I mean, I love me some Wu-Tang. I love me some Pantera. All right, guys. Time to exit my positions. I'm going to let the Apple run. Vale or Vale or Valley or VALE or whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm cutting. And we have Anka Metcalf here for a guest lesson. We're going to bring her on in just a second. Turbojet? That is an inappropriate question. And I know you're just asking for yourself. You don't even have a sister. Let's keep it a buck. All right. Apple calls for the win, man. You are getting a fruit basket. Pineapples. All right, guys. This has been the first leg of Get Technical. Next up, we have a very special guest, Anka Metcalf. Producer AB, could you please bring our guest on? Hey, Anka. Oh, I think you're muted. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. I think it might be on our side. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you just got to click on it on the StreamYard app. It's like Zoom kind of. So if you open your StreamYard window and then go to where it shows you. We use StreamYard. It's like new for everybody, so we always have a little bit of trouble. Let's see. Producer AB, is there any way that you could help out with this?
Yeah. What I would say, Anka, is if you can call me real quick, I can. Yeah. Let me take up the stream real quick.
All right, guys. So. Also, shout out, so Venom. Why am I echoing? Aaron, get the headphones. So, oh damn, I'm down a little bit. Venom. What was that? Was it VENM? No, it was like, damn it. I think I have it on here. You guys drop the ticker for that one again? Viper Energy. That's it. All right. VNOM. Short potential. It was oversold, starting to bounce back.
All right, Neil, I'm going to bring our lovely guest back on. I think we got it figured out.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, everyone. Sound check?
Yes, you sound fantastic.
Okay,
Sorry.
awesome.
Sorry about that.
You guys were talking about a whole bunch of stocks that are like really unbelievable moves today. Like Apple, NASDAQ. NASDAQ is on fire.
Yep. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect.
It is just, and we're trading in the quad week. So range bound action most likely expected this week. Range bound and shop. Killing the premiums.
Could you, so Anka, first off, thank you for joining us on the show. But I feel like we lost a little bit of time. So let's get right into it. Would you mind sharing your screen and telling us what you're talking about?
Absolutely. All right, let me figure this thing out now. Okay, share. Pretty similar to screen share. Screen share. Ooh. Which screen? Screen share. Okay. Very similar, to Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna bring this up. All right, just let me know if you guys can see my cursor moving around.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so let's, I was just bringing up NASDAQ a little bit. NASDAQ was actually one of the, NASDAQ futures was actually one of the indices that was lagging last week and the prior week. So it was literally not doing anything. It was dormant. It was choppy. And of course, the seasonality of it suggests choppiness. So if you look back at any kind of year, NASDAQ usually throughout the month of March is sideways, and it just pops a little bit, then goes back to revisit the prior March low. And it kind of does that a few times before it gets on gear. And when earnings season kicks in, so that's not too far away. I think it's going to kick in April 15th or around April 15th anyways. So that is when we're going to see a little bit more of an uptrending traction into NASDAQ. But this is not something out of the ordinary. And I do day trade futures and also day trade swing trade futures, and I also swing trade stocks. I don't day trade stocks anymore. So I used to for 18 years, and now for the last 8 years, I'm only day trading futures. But this is what I'm talking about. So seasonally speaking, so when we're going to a monthly chart, so I have a lot of drawings here and these, sorry about that. We're seeing a very nice rotation that is happening. So you guys can see it. So we have the 1, 2, 3 pull back into the 20 SMA also prior. And I know Neil, you were discussing a stock, I believe it was Apple. That was also retesting a prior high. This is so strong. Every single time when we retest a prior high, like we're doing here, it confirms that if the rotation is happening and if we're getting that buy trigger, the continuation is imminent and the power trend is intact, or the trend is intact. So in this case, we had a really nice pullback into this level right here. We took off, and this was the clue here that we had an inside week. I love these inside candles. This is literally a gift for traders. And if you're looking at any time frame, whether you're a day trader or a swing trader, I love looking for these inside gifts. And you're having this inside, the reason why it's an inside candle is because it did not reach the prior high. So it's not going to gain velocity for a continuation higher. The price is just stabilizing. And these candlesticks are very common in high volatility. We encountered them a lot into last year, so a year ago, right? And then again, we never violate the prior weekly low. So we're engaged into a really nice weekly rotation here. So any pullback in NASDAQ at this point is buyable. We had a trade yesterday in it that lined up a little later. So first off, we started the day, it was a little bit rocky. We had a couple of trades in the Dow that first two trades stopped out, and then we had another trade in the Dow that worked. And then later on throughout the day, the trade finally set up, and we were definitely engaging higher. But we do have these levels that we worked on with, and these are very significant. This is the weekly rotation that I mentioned about. This is a nice notation here, because everything from this point on, we had a peekaboo high, and then the market started to reshuffle because it was getting ready for the numbers that were coming out, the CPI numbers that were coming out today at 8:30. And now full engagement to the upside. This is going to be like a first target, and then the ultimate target is going to be right here into the 13,352. So because NASDAQ is strong, right? And I should say it the other way. So I should rephrase this: because NASDAQ stocks are strong, NASDAQ, the index, is stronger. And definitely NASDAQ stocks are really, really strong. So I know you guys talked about Apple, and I'm going to share with you some of the stocks that I'm looking. So this is a nice Apple turnaround point here. And also from the weekly, what I do like, so we have the high, we have the pullback to the 10 EMA. I'm not using a lot of technicals, but for those of you that are new here and are not familiar with my work, I use the 10 exponential moving average, which is this line right here, the pinkish line. I use the 20 SMA. I use the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA. Just very basic moving averages. A lot of these moving averages you guys are very familiar with, and a lot of traders use them. And that's one of the reasons I use them, because a lot of traders do. A lot of hedge funds are using them. Institutions are using them. There are algos that are programmed to react off of these, I would say, buy rich or sell rich areas. That's why they work. So we had a nice pullback here. You can see that we had the rotation here that failed. So this is the first failure that came in from the weekly chart. And then we had another 1, 2, 3 down. We stabilized here. And that here on the daily, on the weekly chart in Apple, we're still up against this resistance. So there are going to be algos that are going to be firing short. And as soon as the price is going to peak above, there are going to be algos that are going to fire long. So we're going to look for this continuation for higher. And in fact, smaller time frames do suggest for a continuation higher, because we had a nice range bound. Another criteria that I like to look at, and I'm glad that it's 10 o'clock, I look for the 10 a.m. high low. So what I typically do for my day trades and swing trades, and especially when I'm having a divergent action in one of the stocks, I like to look at the 10 a.m. high and the 10 a.m. low. If the stock is going to start breaking above the 10 a.m. high, which in this case, it's right here. So this would be the 10 a.m. high. This is going to start pushing higher. And the more it's trading into the half towards the top of that 10 a.m. high, it's poised to continue higher. And plus, if it has the trend in its favor, it's just going to push even more. So it's really going to have the dynamics for a continuation higher. And then if, let's say, in a strong ongoing trend, we have a breach of the 10 a.m. low, which in this case is this very low right here. And I'm only looking at the New York trading session. This gray highlighted area represents the overnight pre-market trading session, if you will. Okay. But typically, if we violate that 10 a.m. low, it means that the price is not calibrated. They want to pull it a little bit more, because let's face it, everybody wants to get a good deal on the price, and institutions, algos, even retail traders, right? We love to buy the dips, right? So an ongoing strong trend. So that means that we want to buy it on a discount. We want to buy it cheaper. So that means that it can potentially run into the next support spot by testing the prior 10 o'clock low. So that means a no buy zone. So I never buy off support, especially into 10 o'clock, because that time frame is so sensitive and may pull the price lower. But let me know if you have any questions or some stocks that you guys are watching, or I could bring up some stocks that I have on my watch, some stocks that I'm in, some stocks that I'm looking for continuation patterns. Actually, Tesla is very interesting. I don't know if you guys talked about Tesla.
Not often recently, but we can take a look at that. I just want to say, Anka, that that 10 a.m. distinction that you just made is new to me, and I really learned from that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to show you real quick something. Okay, we could use Tesla for example. Okay, I like to do this. You could do it on a 5-minute chart or on a 15-minute chart. It works really great if you're trading with the trend. It's phenomenal. So what I like to do here is, and if you're new to this method, of course, don't take into consideration the, okay, here we go. All right, let's not, oopsie. All right, here we go. So I don't want to show the extended hours, not to, get messed up. But in this case, this would be the 10 a.m. high. So it's the highest point at 10 o'clock. It's the highest point that the stock makes at 10 o'clock. Whatever that is, whether it's in the first minute or the first 15 minutes or in the first 30 minutes, right? Because it's the 30 minutes of the market that really counts. Okay, oops, sorry, not this. All right, so let's take some drawings here, and you could do this. So this becomes super easy to trade right now because this is the 10 a.m. high, this is the 10 a.m. low. Anything that is going to break over this high has really high chances of continuation higher, because usually the first 30 minutes are heavy calibration, especially on really big traded stocks, like Tesla or Apple, Google, Amazon, you name it. This is going to be like an easy go-to. But remember, you have to compute this with the trend. So if you have a strong trend in your favor, it doesn't work in range-bound markets, okay? So if you take it above the 10 a.m. high, it's poised to continue higher. You can potentially treat it as a range because it is, kind of a time range, if you will. And you could buy it with any kind of significant, I would say, setup off the low, because I don't really buy off the low, because to me, the support level is just the last shelf, right? Before it breaks down. So I like to see some kind of reaction. And for this, if you're a day trader, you could go as deep, let's say, for instance, as a 1-minute chart, and you could see here, okay, so this is way too early. This is the first chop. All right, this is the retest. So you would go in here. You would go for a little squeeze, for a little target. I mean, those of you that are into scalping and day trading, you could go for a small target into the 10 EMA, second target, 20 SMA. You could go for a third target right here, and you have I use pivot points. I love to trade with pivot points, and you have you also have a confluence level here. So you have two underlying resistance spots into the 7 and 164. So you have the declining 50 SMA, and you have this dotted line right here, which is going to represent pressure on price. So because the target has not achieved yet, your stop remains the same. Okay, so I usually hold until targets are achieved. So you basically had 1, 2 targets, and these are squeezy lemon kind of targets, really tight targets, and then you're going to be looking for the bigger target. It's fine if you, for example, you see the price action dynamic just move higher and higher and higher, and then at one point you go like, at this rotation right here of the test of the 20 SMA, I'm just going to exit. So it's fine if you enter here at 696.89, and then if you exit here, that's a good scalp on the day. Okay, that's a good scalp. You could also look, and this is something else that I take into consideration, and it's not only psychological. These are institutional levels. They're called fulcrums, these whole numbers and mid numbers. So if you're looking at the 700, okay, these high price stocks, and there are stocks in particular that love and that they're attractive for the whole number, like Amazon or Google. LVS is one of them that has always been like that. AVGO, Broadcom, that is. And Tesla is one of them. It loves to test the whole number. So it finds resistance, even if it doesn't have any kind of resistance spot into the whole number, it loves to find resistance into those specific numbers. So you can see here that it finally achieved this. And then again, by trailing, you can use pivots. I like to use pivots by trailing. So you let the price pull back, and then once you have the next rotation, so you have the 1, 2, 3, 4 rooting into this 10 EMA pivoting here. Once you have the completion, so the green bar takes out the prior high of the prior red bar, which suggests a change in shift, a change in momentum, you're continuing higher. And then you can place the stop right here, worry-free trade. And then again, the more it trades into this area, the more conviction you're going to have that, hey, I may have a really good trade. And if it breaks over this high, because we started with the 10 a.m. high right here, it's gonna continue higher. And you can see you could actually decide your decision based on prior price action. But definitely, and this is a very small time frame, so you can do this anytime, any day, on any time frame. But obviously, the 10 o'clock high low is really great for high volatility stocks, and for stocks that do not prove a certain setup, because I'm a true believer in setups. If there's no setup, there's no trade for me. But this is also good from the weekly standpoint. So I'm going to take these lines out. Okay, just let me know if we have enough time. Okay.
Sorry, I got kicked out for a second, so I missed a little bit.
Okay, just let me know if we have a little bit of time left. Okay.
Yeah, we do. I would say we can do about 2 minutes. And I just have a quick question. I think this is yes or no. During the lesser traded hours, like 11 a.m. until 3 p.m., do you trade? And if you do, are you sizing down?
Okay, that's a really great question. Doldrum period is not my favorite time to trade. And typically, I don't like to initiate trades that are beyond 11:30 when the London session closes. Because I'm a futures day trader, and that impacts the equities market as well, the U.S. equity market. I don't like to take trades. And yes, you should definitely, have a smaller size, half the size, use half the size, quarter of the size, because breakouts are imminent. A lot of, traders on Wall Street take their lunch breaks. They do have positions. They don't trade the 1 minute and the 2 minute. They have the algos to do that for them. So they're looking at higher time frames, and they love to shake out. They exit positions. All of a sudden, boom, and you see the market. Even if you're in a trend, you see a range, you're seeing, a shakeout bar. That's the shake and bake. Take all the retail traders out, and then when they're back from lunch, they buy back and they push it higher. So yeah, no, the answer is no. I don't like to trade doldrums.
All right, there you go. All right, so final about minute and a half here. Is there something else you'd like to leave us with?
Yes, be very careful trading this week, because this is very serious stuff. It's the quad week. So that means that on Friday, we have quadruple witching option expiration. And you have the futures contract, the futures equities contracts that will expire. And you're going to see and experience a lot of divergence in the market, and a lot of divergency coming from the fact that you may see one index that is strong, you may see one index that is starting to lag. So be very careful when you're selecting the stocks that you're trading, correlate them with the index. So for example, if you want to trade Tesla or Apple, correlate them with Qs. And if the Qs are strong, go long on those particular stocks, and stick with the stocks that have relative strength in a strong market environment, because they're likely to continue higher faster into the target.
Thank you so much. I think that's a wonderful way to end on this, because the sector strength and relative strength are new terms to people right now, because I think that we just got a big wake up call from the Qs recently. So thank you, Anka, so much for coming on.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yep. Enjoy your week.
Too.
All right, guys. Anka Metcalf. Hey, Anka, really quick, while you're still on, where can folks find more from you, to learn more from you?
You can find me on our website. It is tradeoutloud.com, or our handle is tradeoutloud on Twitter.
There you go. Trade Out Loud. Producer AB, can you get that dropped in the chat for everyone? All right. Thanks, Anka.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to drop that link. I did not know about the 10 a.m. being that important. I really like that. So to summarize that, if we're seeing an increase from the close at 10 a.m., then it's looking like it might run up. If we're seeing a candle down after 10 a.m., we're looking to prior support. So that's awesome. That is very awesome. A lot of very contextual stuff in terms of how institutional money influences the market. that was woven in throughout that thing. So I'm gonna rewatch that video. All right, guys. This is the part of the show where chat gets whatever they want. You guys run the show right now. You're the bosses. Let me know tickers. What do you want to look at? What time frames? All that fun stuff. BA. All right, so we're looking at Boeing. What do you want to look at it for? BA, you're looking at it for like a swing. You want day trade? What are we talking about here? Semiconductors are killing it. What is the semiconductor? Fighters. Is it? Why would you not just put the ticker in the little description on your stupid Wikipedia page? XSD. Bubble. So I'm going to open that in this other chart here. Whoops. Semiconductor ETF spider. So over here we got Boeing. So we're asking about Boeing for a long. Oh shoot! Let's switch to daily at least. I mean, it looks like you might be starting to form another shelf or another dip like this. So what is this level? The red. So we got support. I wonder if this is meaningful. Just gonna draw a thin line here. So Boeing for swing, I would look for it to hold this support. And I think it might just be taking the ladder up because I want to see this resolve. So just using our handy dandy ruler tool. That's going to be a resolution above this this resistance, and I'll show you where that previous. I already have drawings on this. This previous resistance is coming from a pivot before. See how we had the swing high as we were going down into our dumpster here. It comes from that previous swing high. So that's BA. We're looking at BA right now, Banana Bird. This is Bank of America. Or not Bank of America, this is Boeing. I always get them confused. Bank of America is BAC. And then let's just look at our sloping support here. Oh, I accidentally drew a channel. That's not my intent. So let's get something that's a little more established. Yeah, that actually lines up. So I think if Bank of America holds support, like it looks like it's holding this green line, which is from way back. Like I don't know how far back actually that is. That's from 2017. I would just say, man, if it holds support at 248 and bounces, we're still in resolution zone and we're looking to cross 292. I would say a longer term price target is going to be a full resolution here, a full resolution. I can't even fit it on the screen. Let's use a line tool. Long term, aggressive target. This is like your reopening, vaccinated, using planes. We're looking at what time we're at. 10:30. Oh, I got to end. All right. So let me do this really quick. Price target. I'm not going to leave you without it. So actually, so we're going to go with this period of consolidation. 1021. Super aggressive. I know. Crazy. Yeah, I would say it looks like 300 easy for sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's do the little thing. This has been Get Technical. I'm Neil Hamilton. Thanks. Let me know what you think about the show. Go to Neil's tweets. Let me know if there's anything you want to do differently. We've been doing this day trading thing, which I think is really fun because I get to make money and, hopefully you guys get to trade along with me. But if you want to do things differently, let me know. That was Anka Metcalf here earlier talking about some great technical analysis in the context of sector strength. Relative sector strength, and talking about cycles, options expiration date cycles, and how that's going to affect the market and make it a little bit mixed. So definitely rewatch that video. I know I will be doing so. As always, thank you to my producer, Aaron A.B. Thank you, Souza. You have been very helpful today. You've been a great guest. Thank you. That's it, guys. This has been Get Technical. Happy trading.